just need you to get out of my way. Anyways, that intro means one thing and one thing only.
Means the Battery Podcast is back.
In full effect.
And we're on a new computer.
Yeah, we got a fancy new computer this time. Because Cody is really bad with money. Actually, I'm actually really good with money because all of it's not gone yet.
Right.
So, I'm still proud of myself.
You should be.
And I don't have any more like really expensive plans, and I've actually got way more of it than I expected to have at this point.
Really?
Yes. Even after, paying bills and stuff, I've got way more than I expected to have.
Wow.
Anyways, let's get into the show.
Won't he do it? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The only thing I still want to spend money on is those freaking shoes. Oh, I wanted it. Oh!
How many? You went to 3 stores?
I went to 3 stores. All of them had them on display. None of them
awful.
had them in my size.
That is awful.
I tried on a 9, too tight. I
tried
tried on an 11 and a half. It was too big. I thought about trying a 12.
Even though an 11 and a half,
the 11 and a half was too big, I was gonna go up a size, just round it up, and call it a day. That's how bad I can grow into them. Yeah, I'm not done growing. Maybe my foot will get wider and like a lot longer, but yeah. Either way, no, I did not get the shoes that I coveted, either pair, because I actually looked at the Dr. Doom foams too, the black and white ones, while I was at Foot Locker, and they only had an 8, and I just wasn't even gonna.
Don't even waste your time.
I didn't even ask him to bring that one out. Yeah, because there's no way I would have fit into it. Like,
it's
not
okay,
even a
little bit. Still got a chance. Like it's not lost.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll luck into a pair of them.
That'd be cool.
That's the end goal.
That's the end goal. Luck into one.
Luck into a pair. That I can wear proudly, and not be upset. Anymore. Anyways, we do have a good show planned. I'm very excited for it. A lot is going on. We've got the official end of baseball season with the awards being announced.
Right.
MVP finalists and Rookie of the Year stuff. All that jazz. Also, they've announced Gold Glove winners. We've got a bunch of other stuff we want to get into. Let's start out by saying rest in peace to Roy Halladay.
Sad, isn't it?
It was very sad. And I remember, like, the day he died, I follow a Philly sports fan, and they tweeted, please don't be Roy Halladay.
Yeah.
Like, they had quoted a tweet and said, plane found, Roy Halladay's plane found,
right,
wrecked and everything, but she was like, please just don't let it be Roy that was inside of there.
Right.
And I can understand why. Roy helped him get that title in 2009.
He was great, man.
He was a fantastic pitcher. He used to shut the Braves down.
From all that I hear, obviously we wouldn't get these stories because we get the behind the scenes on the Braves because that's where we are. That's the market we're in. But from everything I hear, he was a great dude in general. Yeah,
and it's real sad any time somebody loses their life at 40 years old.
That's young, man.
And it sucks a lot more, when you saw this guy for most of his life, playing baseball.
Right.
Yes, we'll get to that too. But yeah, it's an awful, awful thing. I'm not quite as torn up about it as I was about Jose Fernandez. But I am upset because, again, you don't want to lose anybody's life
It does suck. Yeah.
Or you don't want anybody to lose their life at 40.
I mean, when we watch these games, when we see these guys play so often, and we saw Roy Halladay throw a no-hitter in the playoffs.
Only the second one ever done.
I'll always remember that. Mm-hmm. And so whether they play for your team or not, when you see them so much, you start to kind of feel like you know them, not necessarily on a personal level, but more so than just a random person walking down the street.
He definitely wasn't just, somebody that we...
Right.
I hate the Phillies, but I don't hate a lot of their players.
I don't hate their players, so I just hate the organization because it's going against our organization.
Exactly. It was a rival organization. The only player I can really say that I hate from the Phillies is Chase Utley. That's just for personal reasons. He was really good against the Braves.
He's really funny on It's Always Sunny.
Yes, he is. That letter that he answered was hilarious. But let's move on from the sad stuff. let's kind of keep it in baseball. We'll go ahead and get this out of the way. I do want to talk about the Gold Glove winners. Okay. I've got a bunch of baseball stuff here. It's mostly baseball.
You want to save the baseball then?
Yeah, let's go ahead and save the baseball. Yeah. In that case, let's start off with our dumbest boy in school this week.
Go ahead and do it first.
Yeah, because this is who I was going to pick.
You know what? Come to think of it, who else would I pick?
Nobody. LiAngelo Ball is facing 3 to 10 years if convicted of shoplifting in China. 2 teammates were also arrested, Cody Riley and Jalen Hill.
Who cares about them at this point, though?
Yeah.
We're talking about Big Baller Brand over here.
Yeah, that's what makes this story funny.
Yeah, that's what makes it great.
Bro, what were you doing stealing a $1,900 bag, you know? Why didn't you call Big Bro and be like, hey, buddy, I'm in China.
Man,
can I
birthday's
borrow
coming
some
up
money?
next year. You going to let me get this bag?
Just let me hold something.
I don't know, man. It's just...
What were you doing?
And I feel like, now I don't know this for a fact, but all the stories that I hear about other countries, a lot of them for crimes like this, even nonviolent crimes, you get in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they know that going over to China.
They should.
I don't know how you don't.
Yeah, they absolutely should know.
You should know that if you go over there and commit even the pettiest of crimes, you're going to be facing some kind of jail time.
Yeah.
Whether it be 3 months or 3 years, your basketball season is done.
Yeah, and this is prison. This is Chinese prison.
Who knows what they do to people?
Exactly. Like, you don't want to go there, I'm assuming. It's not like a summer camp.
It's Ricky Tan from the Triads that's going to be in there.
And he's going to kill you if you cross him. He killed Jackie Chan's dad. Yeah.
They were supposed to be friends.
They were partners.
That's why they were supposed to be friends.
All right, we're getting off subject. Anyways, a $1,900 bag was stolen. I like where you took it, but yeah, we're getting off subject. $1,900 bag was taken, facing 3 to 10 years.
That's crazy. Any time that's your window,
yeah,
like for one crime,
you're in trouble.
you're in a heap of trouble. Like that's,
even if they split it down the middle, you know, just
say, all right, let's split the
6.5 years or so. Guess what? That's still 6.5 years.
Stupid, man.
So stupid.
I just don't get it. I don't get what's going through your mind at that time. You're at UCLA. Let's be honest. He's got a big brother in the NBA already. Mm-hmm. He's got his dad doing the Baller Brand thing or whatever. But you're at UCLA, one of the more polarizing players in college basketball because of your brother and your dad. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that you should ever have to pay for.
No.
Personally.
No, you shouldn't want for anything.
So, and this is coming from a guy that has never played a D1 sport. You know, I don't know how exactly those athletes are treated. But I do know people that have played D1 sports, and from everything I've heard from them, you're okay. And these are the people that people don't even know about. Mm-hmm. You know, LiAngelo Ball is a
high profile name.
He's got fame.
Yeah,
he's got fame at this point.
He came into college with fame,
strictly just because of his brother and his dad. Mm-hmm. And you go and do something this bonehead, man. I just don't understand.
Even if you're able to escape, you know, real legal trouble somehow. Now you were a kid who presumably was going to try to go one and done in college.
That was the plan.
And get to the NBA. Now teams are going to look at you like, wait a minute,
you're a felon.
You're a criminal now.
Yeah.
We don't really want to deal with that.
I just don't really see. Don't get me wrong. Anytime somebody commits a crime, I don't see, you know, the good in it necessarily. Mm-hmm. But I just don't get it, man. It's almost like he was just stealing it just to see if he could.
Yeah, and that's about as idiotic as it gets.
And I don't know. I'm just thinking about here in Atlanta, but I've been to the Gucci store and the Louis Vuitton store. The security at those stores.
Yeah, I mean those are high profile stores.
Ridiculous. Like
you probably would have been better off like robbing a Chinese bank.
Go to a Kohl's.
Yeah.
Something. See if you can walk out with something there.
Yeah.
But not.
Don't be
like.
Stupid.
What are you thinking,
man?
Come
on, man. A $2,000 bag. But the last I heard, all 3 players were.
They were bailed out on I want to say Thursday morning.
Yeah, and then they were confined to the hotel Once all this is over, they are no longer allowed in the country. They can never come back to China ever.
Let's say you do go off and play in the NBA. They love going over
from time to time. Teams go play in China. Guess what?
Let's say China ends up hosting the Olympics.
Guess what? You can't play.
You can't go.
You did this.
This is going to ruin a lot of things for him if he's able to bounce back from it. Because me personally, I think his ceiling for basketball is really high. I think he'll be really good.
He shot 4 for 15 the other night. 9 points.
I think his ceiling is
I'm just
really
saying.
high.
I'm just saying 9 points on 4 for 15 ain't great.
He's a rookie. But we'll get to that in a second if you like.
Slice it however
in a basketball
like.
Conversation, I will demolish this beautiful man sitting to my left.
That's right.
But Lonzo's here, in my opinion. LiAngelo's here and LaMelo's here. They're nowhere near as good as Lonzo is. So this does nothing but hurt LiAngelo.
And honestly,
I think he was already fighting behind that.
It hurts his brother's image too, I think in a way this is the stock you come from.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Only because he and his dad are so different. It seems personality-wise.
That's true. Because Lonzo definitely seems
a lot more quiet
soft-spoken,
and
reserved.
Yeah. So I don't think that his brother's actions will end up affecting him that much in the long run. Will they affect him a little bit? Possibly.
Somewhat. But I know they interviewed him before his game the other day. He was like, I just don't know what's going on.
I'm talking about basketball.
Yeah, I'm not here to talk about that.
Handling it. Yeah, I heard that.
So, yeah, that's dumbest boy in school.
Easy, bar none.
Go ahead and knock that one
right
on out. Since we're saving baseball for last, let's go ahead and talk about Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco. One of the two believes he can still play NFL football.
Chad.
Oh, 50-50 shot at getting it right, and you were wrong.
Really?
Yes.
I thought I saw Chad say something.
Chad said he would embarrass himself if he came back. So, no, Chad.
I love Chad Johnson so much, man.
The only thing Chad wants to do now is beat people up in FIFA. And
he talks about
spend
FIFA
money
all the time.
Yeah. Like,
where is he getting money?
I don't know, but maybe he was real smart with it.
There's no way, man, he was just saving money like that.
I don't know.
There's no way, Chad Johnson. And you got to remember, they weren't giving out these big contracts like they are now when he was playing. Don't get me wrong, he was getting, he didn't have to worry for nothing.
No.
But, Chad Johnson hasn't played for what? It's got to be going on 8 years.
At least. Yeah.
Where is he getting this money? Because all I can remember is him trying to play soccer and talking about FIFA since he retired.
Dude loves FIFA.
He loves FIFA.
He is willing to, throw down with anybody. He earlier today he was like, "Don't
about being in Atlanta,
don't think I won't come to Atlanta and bust that ass."
You want to take this L in FIFA or Madden. I saw it.
Yeah. I love Chad. He's great.
It's hard not to love Chad. How can you not love Chad? My favorite Chad, real quick, my favorite Chad memory is when he scored the touchdown one game and he had the gold jacket and said Hall of Fame 20 ?
That's pretty ballsy. You got to be real bold to do some shit like that. I think he's Hall of Fame.
I think he should get into the Hall of Fame, but I just saw that and I was like, that is so.
Yeah, I like the arrogance from time to time. But Terrell, at 45,
still play.
Thinks he can help any team in the league. Any team. And while, there may be a team where he could put up decent enough numbers, at 45, your body's just not going to allow you to do that for 16, 17
not
weeks.
Not as a receiver.
No. If you wanted to come in and help for the last 5 weeks of the season, maybe. But
maybe
could you have played 16? Yeah,
because you got to remember, man, that 1 week where you're taking a lot of hits, it's going to take you a little bit longer to recover.
And at this point in the season, most teams have already had their bye. It's not like you're going to get a week off.
You're not going to get that week.
And what serious contender is going to give you a shot?
At 45 years old,
at week 10 in the season.
At the very least, I can see him after watching Jason Witten and how feeble he looks running around. Excuse me. Chad Johnson could probably come in and be at the very most a slot possession receiver.
Yeah. He's
Second
not going to blow by anybody.
hit him on a quick slant, pick up a first down.
Not going to hit anybody or burn or blow by anybody. He's not going to, have 60-yard touchdown catches.
I think he might still be a little tough to bring down, but that's only because of how big he is.
Yeah, he's just really big.
But he's, as far as being a long shot, a long threat for a touchdown or a go route or something like that.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen for him. Speaking of go routes or, deep threats, Julio Jones dropped a wide open touchdown pass in the end zone Sunday against the Panthers.
I heard about that.
Which would have been the difference in the game.
I just don't think they're just not.
Remember how we talked about the Falcons coming into their division schedule and it doesn't get any tougher?
Yeah.
Guess what? Yeah. You got the Cowboys this weekend without Zeke, but you still have
talk about that.
No, we're not going to talk about that fucking sideshow anymore. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
It's a joke.
It makes the NFL look stupid. It makes Ezekiel Elliott look stupid. Everybody that's involved with that organization, stupid. I'm done with the Cowboys. Yes, except for Dak. Dak can do no wrong.
But yeah, that whole
so we're not gonna delve into that.
Show was a joke. All right, we've said as much as I wanted to make sure that we got that.
The Falcons do have the Cowboys on the docket this weekend. Yeah. Although I did see Dez may be a little banged up, may not play, or he's questionable or something.
He practiced today, but Julio's gonna be banged up.
Yeah.
So.
Julio at this point every season is banged up. He's still like top 10 in yards or something, but Julio and Matt Ryan, both of them. I got a trade offer for Julio the other day, and I had some real thinking to do.
Yeah, did you take it?
I ended up declining it, but
I think that was the better decision.
I may try to, swing something else this weekend before Sunday.
Hey man,
because he was offering me Alvin Kamara.
Yeah,
and that's a hell of a running back right there. But I've got so many.
But you want to know what happens? They're always good running backs until you get them.
Yeah, which is why I took Julio at the beginning of the year.
There's a reason why he wants to give him up.
Yeah.
There's some kind of reason.
I don't know. Dude scored 30 points last week.
Why would you give that up, though?
To get Julio Jones.
What did Julio score last week?
Not 32.
All right, then.
Whatever.
It's something.
Hey, I don't know why he did
I just think it looks weird.
That's why I came to you guys in the group chat. But yeah, that's it for football. We are just moving along. Baseball's gonna take a lot. Let's go ahead and we'll save the awards for last. Yasiel Puig had his house robbed for the second time this year.
Did not care.
Didn't care. Said, I don't care about that shit. I have too much money in my life.
Yasiel Puig is the Chad Johnson of the MLB, and I'm here for it.
The non-English speaking version.
He's starting to speak English, though.
You're right, but that signifies like, dude, one, you have put your address somewhere where people can find it.
People know it. He's. I mean, if Yasiel just doesn't care, then that's one thing. But I mean, you gotta move, man.
Yeah, you gotta get out of that neighborhood.
Don't give that address out.
No. They took $500,000 back in March. And this time they only got $150 worth of costume jewelry. So I'm assuming
what does that even mean?
It was fake stuff.
$150,000?
No, $150.
Oh.
No. But okay, still, second time your house is broken into.
That's why he didn't care about that time then.
Yeah.
He makes $150 in a single pitch.
Yeah.
During the game.
Yeah. But yeah, I really think he's got to get out of that damn neighborhood. Something's wrong. If your house is getting broken into more than once a year or at all.
Because what about the next time they break in and he's there?
Yeah, they might shoot him.
I mean, I'm sure they're not breaking in.
That was how Sean Taylor died during the home invasion. Yeah. So, Yasiel, if you ever hear this, we're worried about you. Get out of that neighborhood.
I love you.
If you want to come live in Atlanta. I love the way
you're reacting to everything. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But just for your well-being, I think you should get out of that neighborhood.
The Crips and Bloods presence in Atlanta is way less than Southern California.
It's not nearly as prevalent.
Yeah. So,
by a long
feel free to talk to your agent. Tell them you want to come play for the Braves.
Yeah, man.
I'm okay with it.
We'll open up a spot for you.
I'll trade
Third base is open.
I'll trade you 2 outfielders for you. Or I'll trade the Dodgers 2 outfielders for you.
Who would you trade?
Matt Kemp and Nick Markakis. Neither one of them, would be worth enough to get Nick or Yasiel, but
no,
I would do it. Since we're talking about the Dodgers, let's go to their former commentator, who for the first time in his life has said something that pissed me off. Vin Scully said...
Before I came here today, and you told me this, Vin Scully has literally done no wrong.
Nope. Never said anything that upset me.
Literally done
had a golden voice.
Wrong.
Now I never want to hear his voice again. Luckily, I won't have to. And Hawk Harrelson is now my favorite commentator in all of baseball until he says something that ruffles my feathers.
I think Hawk was always my favorite, but Vin Scully was the one I respected the most.
That's fair. That's definitely fair.
Not saying I didn't like Vin Scully, but Hawk just keeps it fun.
Yeah. That's so fun. Like I said, that's definitely
so I'm really upset that they took the White Sox games off of WGN.
What?
They're not on there no more.
Wow. I wonder what's up with that. But Vin Scully claims he will never watch another NFL game due to the protests and disrespect to the flag. This just shows that this is another person who doesn't get it.
Who cares more about a flag
than police brutality and injustice.
Yep.
We have spoken out against police brutality and injustice for a long time here on the Battery.
Right.
For a very long time. We've been very outspoken as people of color.
We don't rock with pigs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually deathly afraid. Yeah, I'm afraid of police. Yeah. But Vin Scully spent 1 year in the Navy. I'm not taking anything away from him. Thank you for your service. That's great. I don't hate anybody in the military. But this flag protest has nothing to do with that.
Not a lick.
The anthem protest never had anything to do with that. And once again,
it was very known that it had nothing to do.
Colin Kaepernick spoke with a former military member and figured out a way that wouldn't be disrespectful.
I don't know what you want him to do.
What else did you want the players to do? Again, anybody that gets upset about it is just upset that real issues are being brought to the forefront, and it's frustrating because why would you not want to address the problems with the country? Why would you want them to continue?
Right.
Because you're too comfortable and don't want your 45 seconds to a minute before your football game starts ruined. Like, why?
I mean, we've talked about it before. What are people sitting at home doing during that 45 minutes to a minute?
Taking a piss.
45 seconds to a minute.
Heaping bean dip on their plate.
Not standing up for the national anthem.
Not idolizing the flag the way that they claim.
Right.
You know? Again, this isn't disrespect to the military. They did the most respectful thing you could. Colin Kaepernick, again, spoke with a former military veteran.
And asked, what is the most respectful way I can do this?
And he did exactly that. Other players followed suit. Vin Scully has never really let politics influence his commentary before. Like I said, he's no longer the play-by-play guy.
Right.
But why now? You know, why do you want to speak up and be political all of a sudden? This is a guy that was around when Jackie Robinson came into the league.
Came and played for his team.
For his team. He called Jackie Robinson's games for a while.
And for all I know, he wasn't a bigot.
No.
Towards Jackie or,
he obviously would have been calling games during the civil rights movement. Do you have a problem with that too? Like,
I just don't get it, man. I would hate to say that Vin Scully is reaching for attention because he never struck me as that kind of person.
Why would he need that at this point in his life? He's 90 years old.
He walked away from the game when he wanted to.
Yep, he didn't let his health do it for him.
I totally believe that he just didn't care to be a broadcaster anymore.
Yeah,
he doesn't strike me as the person that needs people to see him, needs to, be in the limelight. So I just don't understand why he felt the need to say this and say it to somebody where it could get out and become this big story. Yeah. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, when I saw that story, I was just like, come on, Vin, really? Like, I really, really was rocking with you before, and now this really upsets me. It hurts my heart so much.
I just don't get it, man.
I don't either. Vin Scully, you're letting us down.
You did.
Just go enjoy retirement and shut up.
Yeah, that would be much better for all of us.
Yeah. Anyways, obviously the MLB awards, such as MVP, Rookie of the Year, as far as I know, have not been announced yet. I know they're supposed to come out this weekend, the 11th through the 13th or something.
Yep.
Oh, Silver Sluggers are out, so that's cool.
Yeah, Silver Slugger and Gold Glove got announced this past week.
Yeah, all right. So I did not get the Silver Sluggers, but maybe we can talk about a few of those.
Don't even trip.
But the Gold Gloves, for the AL side, you've got Martin Maldonado from the Angels, Eric Hosmer from the Royals, who's won his 4th. Brian Dozier wins his 1st.
Nice.
With the Twins. Evan Longoria, his 3rd. And Drelton Simmons.
3rd? That's shocking.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of...
Adrian Beltre's been in the American League for a long time, though.
Yeah, but Evan to only have 3?
Miguel Cabrera played 3rd for a while.
You think he's a Gold Glover, though?
Yeah.
I don't think he's a Gold Glover. Don't get me wrong, he's a very great
I think he's a much better first baseman
player
than third baseman. But defensively, the guy, he was fantastic. Young Miggy played left and right field. So
I don't think he was a Gold Glove winner, though. But anyway.
Okay. All right. Byron Buxton wins his 1st in Minnesota.
Won't be his last.
Nope. Alex Gordon wins his 5th, so continues to be defensively steady.
Right.
Mookie Betts wins his 2nd, and Marcus Stroman gets his 1st.
Nice.
So,
go
attaboy Stro.
Do you know who won the Platinum Gloves for?
They have not announced them yet.
Oh.
No, it's a fan vote, actually.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Has it always been a fan vote?
Don't think so.
I don't think
might
so
want to hop on that. Go get your boy some love. I don't care enough to go vote for him.
He ain't going to get enough.
No.
He ain't going to get enough.
No.
But
honestly, I can tell you who I'd pick for the National League Platinum Glove right now.
You mean American League, or since we just went over American League? Or
yeah, but I know who you want to vote for the Platinum Glove.
Oh, yeah, for sure, in the National League, yeah.
But, yeah, I'd vote for Nolan Arenado.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
And had Jason not won one, I also would probably vote for Nolan Arenado.
Actually, I even have a second.
Who?
Ender. Ender's been
that would be my first
steady
one.
as it gets out there.
That
lately.
would be my top 3 is Jason, Ender,
Nolan.
Cool.
That's respectable. I can feel that.
Hey man, I'm sorry. I just really don't think. I say this all bias aside. I don't think there's a better outfielder defensively than Jason Hayward. I still believe that.
I agree with you.
My heart of hearts.
Still.
And granted, Nolan is great at what he does. Is he one of the top 3 for the NL? That's shocking.
Yep.
That's upsetting.
Don't worry.
Too.
I got that.
We're gonna get on that.
I got that right here.
Nolan Arenado might be the best player in the National League, and he's on that elite level, both offensively and defensively.
Without a doubt.
But I think that, my bias in that case takes it over for Jason, though, and I'd be rocking with him for the Platinum Glove.
Okay. All right. Well, in the National League, you've got Tucker Barnhart, catcher for the Reds, wins his 1st. Paul Goldschmidt wins his 3rd. DJ LeMahieu wins his 2nd. Nolan Arenado wins his 5th. Ooh. Brandon Crawford with his 3rd, which,
That's also shocking. I guess he was going against Drelty.
Yeah. He's won all 3 since Drelty's left. So.
Yeah. And he would have won them if Drelty wasn't here.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Marcelo Ozuna in left wins his 1st. Ender Inciarte wins his 2nd. Jason wins his 5th. Jason Hayward. And Zach Greinke wins his 4th. So I think the National League absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
As far as that goes.
If I'm being honest, though, Marcel, he has Justin Upton like antics sometimes out in the outfield.
I feel like he looks a lot like Justin Upton in the outfield, but he is a much better fielder than Justin.
And that's Justin, why I said a few.
Justin last year was in the running for Gold Glove, so
yeah, he was, wasn't he?
He was. He absolutely was.
Oh my god!
So as shitty as we think Justin Upton is all the time,
apparently
his metrics are good.
I don't know how though.
I don't either, but he does it, and shout outs to that guy because he's still probably my favorite American League player right now. Yeah, like I said, National League absolutely nailed it when it comes to Gold Gloves. Like I said, my Platinum Glove vote goes to Nolan Arenado. You already gave your 3.
Mine goes to Jason. I gave my top 3.
I just have to say before we move on, I'm very excited that the Braves locked up Ender, and for the 2nd year in a row, he's shown you why. You know, he's consistent as it gets at the plate. He's fantastic in the field.
Every day he goes out there and does his job. And it's crazy, man, because at the beginning of this, he ended not last season, he ended the 2016 season hot, right? And then coming into this season, he struggled a little bit out the gate. But he got on a monstrous roll and ended the season around 310, 305, 310, something like that. So it's just kind of cool to know that's the consistency that you're going to see day in and day out. He doesn't miss games. And he's just a relatively young.
Player. Yeah.
So
he's a fan.
I would love for him to be that center fielder until he gets old enough where we have to move him to left.
That's fine.
Ronald.
That's where Ender was playing when he was in Arizona, was left. Because A.J. Pollock
was in right.
And A.J. Pollock was in center. So it's not like he can't play that.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm really stoked about the future of Ender Inciarte as a Brave. The Silver Sluggers go as follows. Gary Sanchez from the Yankees, Eric Hosmer, Jose Altuve. Everybody expected that one. Jose Ramirez.
It's a sneaky one that everybody should have expected.
Yeah, but he had a great year.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's sneaky.
You got Frankie Lindor from the Indians at short, Aaron Judge, George Springer, Justin Upton in the outfield, and Nelson Cruz. Like we were saying,
him to do anything well. I just don't. He was so bad in Atlanta to me, man.
Hey.
And you know what? For 2 months, he was the best player on the team.
Best player in the league for those 2 months. What are you talking about? The only player that had more home runs in April was Dominic Brown.
I'm not going to argue with you. I will not argue with you.
Those 2 months for, 2 years were fantastic to watch.
For May, June, and July, and September, he was just absolutely
And I was really excited that first year he was here because we went to opening day that year, and he hit a home run.
Yep.
Remember, that shit was awesome, and he just kept going.
He just kept hitting them until May 1st came. And he went into the slump of all slumps.
Until August rolled around. It was weird. When we went on that, 13-game winning streak.
At the end of the year,
Yeah, I remember. I was in Valdosta when we lost.
I just don't get it.
I remember watching that game from a shitty hotel room in Valdosta. The National League is Buster Posey, Paul Goldschmidt, Daniel Murphy, Nolan Arenado, Corey Seager, Giancarlo Stanton, his teammate Marcelo Ozuna, who's bringing home all of the hardware apparently, Charlie Blackmon, and Adam Wainwright in the pitcher spot.
Out of curiosity, and this, might not really work because Marcel also did it, but how does somebody like Nolan Arenado get a Silver Slugger and a Gold Glove, and that guy isn't in the running for the MVP of a team that was
in the playoffs?
All season, and they were in the hunt all season. Mm-hmm. For a while, they were in the hunt for first place. I just don't understand how somebody that essentially carried that team to everything they did.
What a segue into the next topic.
Doesn't get any consideration for the MVP.
Now, I'm right there with you. Like I said, Nolan Arenado may be my favorite National League player right now. I do think he is the best National League player, without a doubt. Mm-hmm. Offense is there. Defensively, he is he's one of the best third basemen I've ever seen since watching baseball seriously. Mm-hmm. The only other guy I've seen lately that compares is in the American League, Manny Machado.
Yep.
Which is another reason Evan Longoria hasn't won more in the American League. Like I said, Adrian Beltre, Manny Machado, those guys are really good at what they do at third. But, yes, how can a guy win a batting award and a defensive award, like you said, have a team that was chasing a playoff spot, technically made the playoffs because of the one-game play-in game?
And I guess that's what separates him from Marcel.
Yeah.
I mean, Marcel wasn't the best player on his team.
Nope.
Nolan Arenado was the best player on that team, and he took them essentially
now,
you said,
I will say that Colorado team did have a little bit more help with guys like Charlie Blackmon and DJ LeMahieu.
No, they did.
So maybe he gets a little less credit. I don't see how, but maybe that's what the voters are thinking. It absolutely, to me, is not fair that that a guy like Joey Votto, who's consistently amazing.
Right.
But was on a team that finished probably dead last in that division. And
I don't even know.
I want to say
actually, I'm almost.
I'd be willing to bet they only won about 65 games
because the other 4 teams I know did better than they did.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, we got Pittsburgh, Milwaukee, Chicago, and St. Louis.
Milwaukee and Chicago were duking it out for a playoff spot all year.
Pittsburgh
they weren't
awful.
Good. Yeah,
the Cardinals weren't really duking it out, but they weren't too far behind.
No, in August they were only a few games out of first place.
Yeah, so I know the Reds came in last place.
Yeah, 68 wins, but Joey Votto is one of your MVP candidates, and Nolan Arenado's not.
I just don't get that.
Not a fan of that at all. His teammate Charlie Blackmon also got no love in the MVP vote. Not really a fan of that selection either.
Well, I'll tell you why I can kind of live with that one a little bit better. Apparently, Charlie Blackmon's defensive metrics aren't that great at all as a center fielder.
Okay.
But everything that he did on the offensive side was great.
Fantastic.
Astonishing.
Yeah. He hit 331 this year.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It was great. And I was,
I didn't realize his average was that high.
And one of the reasons why I did know that he was doing that well.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't know he had 37 home runs either.
Yeah.
I thought he was in like the, high 20s.
No,
Jesus
he was
Christ,
drinking.
He crossed 35.
And the only reason why I knew that he was doing so well is because Ender was chasing him in hits all year. Remember?
Yeah.
But I think his defense leaves a little to be desired. And also, they might have taken into the fact that ballpark that he plays in.
Okay.
As far as his offensive stuff.
That's fair.
But I think that shouldn't hurt Nolan only because his defense would make up for, you know what I mean? Like, you take away a little because of where he's playing on the offensive side, but Nolan's defense should make up for it because he's great no matter what stadium he's playing in.
That's true.
On the defensive side of the ball. So I think that's just kind of me thinking out loud.
I gotta say, a guy had only 4 errors in 347 chances.
Yeah, but they put all that stuff into it, like the range. I mean, like the ground he has to cover and all that stuff. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find his advanced fielding stats so I can see some of those. Why can I not find it? I can see his standard shit right here, but I want to see his advanced stuff. I'll look at it on my own time. And in the American League, a guy that's been either the MVP or second in the MVP voting for the last 5 years, Mike Trout, not even nominated this year.
Really?
Unfairly to me.
That's kind of shocking.
Mike Trout did miss about 6 weeks. Don't get me wrong. I know that. We all know that.
Yeah, but when he came back, it was like he never.
Yeah.
He didn't skip a beat.
He put up numbers that made you wonder, like, was he ever really hurt?
Yeah, because when we look at these stats, I'm almost...
306 with 33 home runs, 6.7 wins above replacement. He had a hell of a year, and that's with him missing 6 weeks. So let's just say they played 5 games a week, while he was out. He missed 30 games. That is a considerable chunk of time. Yeah, it's pretty good math. I like it. I'm pretty good at what I do.
That's 50. That's closer to 50.
It's like 35, 45. I don't know how to do math.
It's 48. There's 162 in a season.
Yeah, I'm just going by what he played last year. 45. He missed 15 or 45 games less than what he played last year. 3. Whatever. Anyways, Mike Trout had an MVP year where he led the league in on-base percentage and slugging, tied for the lead in OPS.
I think that's the one knock.
Led the league in intentional walks.
That's shocking.
That is
a
pretty shocking.
Especially seeing that he did miss all that time. But I think that as far as his MVP case, and I'm with you. I think he at least should have been nominated because of the year that he had, and that's another one of those teams that was fighting for a spot.
Let's keep in mind, Mike Trout's only 25 years old.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous. But being that he was, again, the best player on a team that was fighting for a playoff spot.
And they looked damn good coming down the stretch,
early,
too.
Yeah. Well, late. Not like late. Like
when Brandon Phillips and Justin Upton got there, I loved watching that team.
I hated it. It seemed like they didn't put it together at all, in my opinion.
I still think they need more pitching because Garrett Richards can't do it all on his own.
I was upset, and I was upset more so because I was like, if you're going to take Brandon Phillips, at least take him to the playoffs at the very least.
I wanted
felt
them
like
to get
towards
the
the end,
too.
they definitely fell off. But missing those 50 games, I think, is what hurt him as far as the MVP talk. Because, granted, we're looking at his numbers, and his numbers look great, but is it really fair to say somebody that played 2/3 of a season is more valuable than somebody that played an entire season?
I guess, for fairness sake, I'll give you that one. But, yeah, those are my 3 snubs. Charlie Blackmon, Nolan Arenado, and Mike Trout. But Mike Trout is probably the only one that was deserving of a snub.
I think Nolan's deserving of a snub. I'd only give it to the 2. Just Mike Trout.
Do you still believe in your picks for the awards? You were on the right. So you picked Clayton and Paul Goldschmidt for Cy Young and MVP.
I stand by those.
That's fair. I picked Alex Wood when he was 10-0, and
I'm sorry you picked that.
He just didn't do it.
After the All-Star game, he disappeared.
Yeah, and I also messed up with the MVP for both leagues. We both picked Chris Sale.
We were a little too. I think you might have been a little too excited because
I was definitely too high up on him.
Yeah, I think we did these a little into the season. The Braves weren't bad.
It wasn't quite the All-Star break, which is where the Braves fell apart.
Right. Yeah, and so we were kind of hot, and it was probably before Freddie got hurt.
I actually think we did these after Freddie came back.
Did we?
Yeah, but right before the All-Star break.
Okay. Well,
remember he got hurt like really early, like just a few weeks
3 weeks into the season. Yeah,
it was like
we were there.
You were there.
Oh,
I wasn't.
Damn.
Yeah, I wasn't there. Thanks a lot, because you had the nice seats, you dick. Yeah, I wasn't there. But yeah, we both picked Chris Sale to win the AL Cy Young. You sticking with that one?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Who you got?
Actually, yeah, I am. Chris Sale got over 300 Ks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sticking with that.
I am gonna change mine.
And I wouldn't be mad at you for it.
I'm going to go with Corey Kluber.
Which is a good one.
I love Corey Kluber.
And we talked about it actually coming into the end of the season where Corey Kluber could take it from Chris Sale.
I think he will.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm going to stick with Chris Sale, 1, so I can stay right.
Okay.
And 2, when was the last time you saw somebody throw 300 Ks in a season?
Not in a while. I want to say Randy Johnson or Pedro was the last one.
Did it, yeah. I know he was the last Red Sox to do it, but I think he was the last person to do it.
Well, like I said, Alex Wood's not going to win the Cy Young in the NL. Clayton probably will on that same team. I picked Aaron Judge.
You sticking with that?
Nope. This was early, and I'm going with Jose Altuve.
I'm sticking with Jose.
Thank you for giving Jose his love and credit.
Yeah.
Because he should have won it last year.
Definitely.
Mike Trout stole that award last year. But hey.
Well, he's paying for it this year.
Yeah, he is. I picked Freddie. I don't know why I did this. I picked Freddie Freeman to win it in the National League.
I'm guessing you're going to change that one?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who are my choices?
Paul, Joey, and...
My heart wants to pick Giancarlo. My head says Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I do have like an unhealthy amount of love for Giancarlo.
That is also true.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with my head here and pick Paul Goldschmidt, who you
jump on
got.
My train.
Yep.
Okay.
Rookie of the year, I think, is still going to be the same.
Yeah, I think we
We both picked Aaron Judge. We both picked Cody Bellinger. I don't too much care about the coach of the year or manager of the year.
Yeah.
But both of the guys that we talked about are actually finalists in the or not in the American League. In the American League, you got Terry Francona, AJ Hinch, and Paul Molitor.
Who did we pick? Oh, the Twins.
Kevin Cash from the Rays. Because they were good early in the year when we
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
That's upsetting.
And then for the National League, I had Torey Lovullo from Arizona.
Yeah,
you had Bud Black from the Rockies. Who you got? I'll be damned if Dave Roberts gets any love on this show.
I'm not gonna be the one to give it to him.
I'm gonna go AJ Hinch in the American League though.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to go there. We do won the World Series, but I'm gonna also go with Torey.
Oh, so we're both switching here. I'm going with Bud Black.
Are you?
I'm gonna switch mine up and go Bud Black. Yeah.
You think he'll get it?
Yeah, I liked what he did with that team all year. Yes, the Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Rockies in that game, but
Bud Black?
Yes,
I didn't know he was nominated. Yeah, I'm staying with Bud Black then.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I can be right all the way down except for one. What?
If you sweep like that, I'm gonna be very
upset.
Oh
my goodness, that'd be amazing.
I'm gonna be pretty upset because
dude,
that would be what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you go 7 for 8 on awards,
dude, Hall of Fame, first ballot over here.
God. That's going to suck so much, dude.
Oh, that would be awesome, dude. What?
Not for me, because I was wrong on
Look at that premonition right
I was
here.
wrong on 5 out of 8.
Look at the
I didn't even have a horse in the race.
At least I had the option to stay with my picks.
Now, I did get lucky. Aaron Judge is nominated for MVP.
But you know
he won't get it. The only two that are deserving of it are Jose Ramirez and Jose Altuve.
And I don't think Jose Ramirez will get it.
Simply based on the year that Jose Altuve had.
That, and I don't think Jose Ramirez quite has. I don't think enough people know about him, I guess, if that makes any sense.
He was my third baseman for the show this year in Diamond Dynasty.
Yeah, but you're talking about us, though.
Yeah. I kept him there, all year, too.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. He probably got better and better every time the rankings came out.
And his speed was he's got the best speed for a third baseman.
He runs so weird to me.
He runs so fast.
That is true, but he's almost like Ozzy. No, Ozzy just kind of...
Yeah, just short strides.
Yeah.
It's because they're short guys, man.
That might be it.
They don't have those long legs like Jason.
Dude, 7 of 8. Let's not talk about that guy galloping his way into my heart.
Anyways, that's it for this show, though. I'm surprised we kept it under an hour.
I think we were quick. We were really quick.
Yeah, but we got through what we had to get through, though.
No, very true. Yeah. No, I like it.
Yeah.
Just saying, we just...
Super proud of it. Before we get out of here, shout out to Giannis Antetokounmpo, averaging 31.9 points a game, shooting almost 60% from the field.
Wait. Boston Celtics won their last 10
in a row.
Won their last 10.
10 in a row. Without Gordon Hayward.
Best defensive team in the NBA right now. Mm-hmm. Very shocked to say that with Kyrie Irving as the point guard. But apparently he wants to play defense now.
I told you Brad Stevens would have some...
I didn't doubt that when you told me
we said it right here on the show, actually.
And I didn't doubt it because I like Brad Stevens.
Yeah, you do.
But Kyrie threw some shots at Tyronn Lue.
What did he say?
I don't know if you heard about it, but he said something along the lines of, it's really nice to, he's an intellectual type of coach. Ooh. So it's nice to be under that.
So he called Ty Lue a big dum-dum.
Let's be real. LeBron is the head coach of that
You're
team.
Right. Without a doubt.
Ty Lue hasn't done anything successful since Allen Iverson stepped over him.
And even then, he didn't do anything successful. It was a blown defensive assignment that allowed AI to get that shot off.
It wasn't a blown defensive assignment. It was a not good enough defensive assignment.
But was anybody good enough to guard Allen Iverson?
He made the greatest player in the world at that point look crazy.
Yeah, so, exactly. That's all I've got for this week.
Was there anything else I wanted to mention?
We already got Dumbest
UNC
Boy
basketball starts tonight.
Yeah.
We got the
They're
game
up by 24.
They're up by 24 on UNI.
21. They hit a 3.
Oh, well, you know, that's bad for the old people down in Vegas. But for me, I'm good. Hopefully they're expecting big things out of us this year. So,
well, best of luck to the Tar Heels.
Yeah. You're talking to 2 Tar Heels fans.
1.5. One who knows their mascot. Yeah.
What's the name of their mascot?
I know it's a ram.
I thought you would have known it.
Nope.
Because of NCAA. Because I used to play with the mascot.
I only played with Buzz.
Really?
It was really cool throwing the ball to Buzz.
I used to play with, hold on, whatever the Ducks' name was.
From Oregon?
No, not from Oregon.
From Miami.
Hurricane.
Oh, was it like Huey or Harvey?
Ibis, I think. Or Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian.
I used to play with Sebastian, and his name is Ramsey.
Okay. Why?
There's a ram. I mean, it's a ram.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was named after anybody. I was curious. No, all right. Well, as always, you can follow the Twitter. You can follow the show at @battery_podcast. You can follow me at lame_Gretzky. Ricky?
You can follow me at Not Even Rich on all social media accounts. You can follow the Battery Podcast on Instagram. I will start posting things on Instagram.
We really need to.
I promise you I will.
And I've got to start being more active.
I keep looking at it, but I just don't. It's like, next time.
I had to reset my phone, and it signed me out of the Battery on Twitter, and I've just been too lazy to sign back in. But I'll get to it.
It'll cripple us all.
Yeah.
That cruel bitch. Anyway, laziness. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it for us.
All right.
Well, did you ever find out who it was that was our 1,000 download?
No.
Thank you for that.
But
that was awesome. Yeah,
that's why that one was named Rack City.
That was really cool. So, hopefully,
I'm glad we reached it.
Hopefully, we keep going up.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Great.
Finally reached 1,000.
Yeah.
So let's strive for the next 1,000.
That's all.
We'll get there eventually.
Baby steps, small milestone.
Yep.